Hello and welcome to Shoulders of Giants. This is going to be coming out on January 26th, or if you're seeing it after January 26th, then it's already out. And this is coming out for PC and Xbox consoles. So let's start a new game and get into it. Oh yes, and that is us. That is us indeed. We're going to be playing this guy. This guy is a frog on top of a huge robot with a light sword of some kind. And as you can see, we have a bunch of allies speaking to us as well. So there are these things around the environment that you're going to be able to interact with. These are kind of like currency, kind of like something like that. I'm not entirely sure right now. Haven't gotten to that point in my other save, but we do have a bit of a tutorial here. So I obviously have to destroy these things. You're going to be seeing a bunch of these kind of like eyeball type things as we progress forward, because they are going to be instrumental to some of the various objectives you're going to need to complete. As you can see right here, they're giving us a nice overview, a nice rundown of what is actually going on. So you can see here, these monoliths on the landscape are inflicting the environment with this thing called entropy, and you can see exactly what it's done. It has just completely sucked the color and the vibrancy out of the world. And so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to kill those things. We're going to try to destroy those monoliths as best we can. And you can see here that we have a number of enemies attempting to murder us. I obviously will not allow that to happen if I can help it. There are headshots available. You can also play this co-op as well, by the way. You can play this with one other person, or you can play it up to 4 people as far as I'm aware. And this is where we get a bunch of additional abilities and equipment. So you can see here, summons a giant shoe to stomp on your opponents. And you can actually do that very, very easily. So there are 2 different slots where you can put abilities, and one array of abilities are for your Froggy, as he's known, and the other is for your robot. So when you right click, or at least if you're using, if you're using a keyboard and mouse, then if you right click, it changes to Froggy, and if you don't right click, then it changes to your robot, and then you're going to be able to use the 2 things seamlessly, the 2 different abilities seamlessly. Anyway, as I move over here, you can see here that this particular monolith has 3 different points that you're going to be able to destroy. They are the vulnerability points. Once you have destroyed all of those, you will then have the opportunity to basically cleanse the area of the entropy. You can also see that I am now being attacked by a bunch of other enemies as well. Most of the attacks that you're going to be seeing in the game are completely dodgeable as well. Most things are having some kind of trajectory. They're mostly all projectiles. So skill-based gameplay is very much at the forefront here. Got to be careful of these guys. You can headshot with Froggy as well, and look at this, we have a stun ability now as well. So what I can do is I can throw this with Froggy, boom, like that, and then it will stun an opponent. Thankfully, that stun actually is a very low cooldown by the looks of things, so I should theoretically be able to use that almost all the time. So you can see here, I'm now going to destroy this stuff. I can actually use the stun there on this guy. As you can see, it just absolutely obliterated him. Wonder whether it actually gives me bonus damage. Not sure if it does, but we have now completely eliminated everything. We also have homing missiles as well that I am actually able to use. And bear in mind, there is an ammo system as well, so you do have to reload with Froggy after a certain amount of shots. And once that's done, then you're all good, and then you can move on. And there's another ability here. Bear in mind, this is the tutorial, so you're not going to be getting as many abilities in an actual mission. You've got to do a little bit of exploration around the environment to be able to find those abilities and equip them. And otherwise, there we go. We're basically done with all the monoliths now that we have to do. And so I can actually start hopefully destroying the boss here. Here's the boss. Oh yes, it's a big one. It's a big one. So I'm actually just going to try and avoid as many of his attacks as I can. I'm going to dash behind him, do a little bit of damage with my little shoe there, and we're just going to continue attacking. Just going to try attacking with my light sword here, try to get that out the way. Can't take too much damage though. That is going to be a bit problematic if I get hit by this fellow. And we're just going to try and avoid his damage as best we can. There we go. And he's done. He is out of there. And that's now showing that the entropy has been completely vanquished from this world. And look at how vibrant it is. I absolutely love the environments in the game, by the way, as well. I am absolutely just thinking to myself, look at this. You really want to destroy these monoliths just purely for the fact so that you can see the beauty that is within the world. Obviously, you know, it very much depends on which world you're going on, because some worlds are obviously not going to look the same, but, you know, that's how it is. Anyway, we're just going to be making our way to the top here. You can also sprint, as you can see in the bottom left. Shift is sprint, so you can move a little bit faster. And we're just going to try and find as many of the altars as possible. I don't think there are any others. So I can probably go and leave. There we go. Alright, this is our main objective here. The source of the signal. This is it. Target a lock-on for extraction. Or flies. We can't extract any extra payload with the world frosted with entropy like this. Where is it coming from? Says Mr. Panda. And there it is. This thing is too powerful. We aren't ready. Doctor, pull them back. Owl, we're so close. We cannot let our confidence ruin our last chance. Extracting Froggy and Germ. Germ is obviously the acronym for the robot itself. And there we have it. All right. So we're now going to be making our way back to our hub. This is our hub where we can do a variety of things. There is a crafting system. There is an upgrading system. And you can also, as far as I'm aware, I think you can create abilities as well. I think you can craft abilities for you to be able to use by default. So there's a little bit of story here. I'm not really going to be focusing on this too much because basically worlds are being invaded by entropy and you are tasked with going to these places and clearing out the entropy, gaining heat, because you gain heat, which is kind of like experience, I guess, kind of. And yeah, you then have to return to this place and then you upgrade yourself and then you go on to the next one and so on. So as you can see, I have 118 heat right now. I need 1,000 to hit the goal, and this is Panda. So you guys need to change your course. How about your dies? You don't know what dies are or cores? Come on, man, help me out here. All right. I'm not big on explaining things. Yeah, so basically this guy is all about crafting and providing you with upgrades. So you can see here, I can change my robot's cores. So you can see here that I can literally change between these two. Obviously, they're both the same. So they're not really giving me anything new to decide between here, but that is going to change as you continue exploring different worlds and gaining the ability to craft cores. So for example, you can see here, you can recycle old equipment into a randomized piece of higher level equipment. Combine equipment with matching attributes to make those attributes more likely in the result. So for example, let's say you have 3 of the same. Of course, if you recycle all of that, then you're going to get a higher level from that, and then you're going to be able to do things with it, like equip it into your robot. And apart from that, what else do we have available here? You obviously have emotes. You have emotes, you can change your dyes as well, which is actually really cool, so you can change exactly what you look like, and you can spend experience to be able to buy these things. So for example, let's say I wanted to look like this. I don't actually have enough experience to be able to do that because I haven't slain as many enemies as I would need to be able to afford it. But you can see some really cool designs right here, like for example the cosmic one, the fire one. As you can see, look at how cool that looks. Can you imagine playing with your friends and then running around with all these different skins and stuff like that on? Obviously these are all in-game to do with experience, no microtransactions or anything like that. And you can also have this as well, which looks very cool. I can't buy it yet, unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. And obviously you can change your emotes. I do have this emote, which is just the high five, where Mr. Froggy and Germ, just high five each other, and that's basically it. So yeah, there's the crafting system for you. Anyway, apart from that, we have the ability to speak to Mrs. Baboon. And we're going to do that. Hello there. Impressive day's work. Indeed. So this is the weapon crafting place. You can see here that at the moment Froggy just has a space pistol, and then the robot has an energy sword. And there are a variety of different attacks that you're going to be able to use as well. For example, main combo followed by a quick tornado spin. The charge attack is a powerful spin move that hits all nearby enemies. Then you have a sprint attack that is a leaping strike. And then you also have the aerial spin that damages all enemies in your path. So, there are a variety of different things that you can do that are going to be skill-based as well. And the same thing right over here, where you can craft robot weapons and you can craft frog weapons as well. Very similar to the core core mechanic and the crafting mechanic and all that stuff. And otherwise, we can now make our way over to the telescope and speak to Dr. Oh, yeah, okay. Never mind. Yes, it is a bit slippery sometimes, a bit slippery. All right, so we're gonna boop the buttons slowly, the best thing that we can possibly do. And now look at this. Now we have the ability to go to some place. And these are, as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure if they are randomized. I don't know if they're randomized, but I don't remember this from my previous save game because I was obviously playing a little bit just to kind of get a handle on things. And I don't remember this planet from then, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, Cognita to the sequel. Restoring this world will raise your heat by 62. Failing to save it will lower your heat by 62. So you gotta be real careful. Oh yes, you gotta make sure that you succeed. By the way, if you die, that means you lose the heat. So yeah. Anyway, destroy enemy structures to advance, and we have Big Shoe. Collect more energy to equip. Okay, so I need more energy to be able to do that. In other words, I need to go and slay some enemies, or I can maybe find some energy here. No. That's just giving me more heat, I think, or giving me something else. What is this? I have no idea what this is. What is this? Oh, it's a jump pad. Oh, this is... okay. This is new. All right. Okay, I've never encountered jump pads before. This is a cool world though, right? I mean, look at this. It's completely different from the previous one that we were on. So very nice to see that. And we can also do some damage here against these guys. Hopefully we can earn a little bit of energy doing this so that we can actually equip the big stompy move with the shoe, you know, with the shoe, because we actually didn't see that before. Oh, hello there. Okay. Apparently we actually have the ability to now do this, which is wonderful, because I was actually thinking, where's the monolith going to be? Apparently one's up here, so that's actually pretty nice. I can even hit this lower one with my sword, which is pretty nice. Let's just heal myself real quick. You can actually drop a medical kit kind of thing on the floor there. And we also have Supernova. Creates an explosive light area, pushing enemies away. All right, let's actually just try that out real quick. Ooh, that's very cool. I like that. And there are light butterflies, like golden butterflies, in and around the environment. And they're mostly placed near relatively extensive fighting areas, and you consume these to gain HP back. So that's a good way to gain HP after you have done some little fighty action. So I'm actually just going to go along here, just fight a couple more so that I can get some more experience, more energy, whatever. And hopefully I'm going to be able to not take too much damage. But as I say, Froggy does have the ability to place down kind of like a medical kit. And you can get some nice headshots there as well, which is really, really fun. But yeah, you can actually place down a medical kit like so. It has a 20-second cooldown, heals everyone in the area in a wave-based format. So basically, you know, every single wave heals for a certain amount. And in my opinion, that's a really nice way to do it, because it still kind of keeps you in the area, you know? It keeps you in the area. It makes it so that there's going to be danger afoot if you stay in that area and, you know, take part in the healing, because obviously you're going to need healing, so you need to stay close to the waves that are pulsing from the particular structure. But, you know, obviously that's very much dependent on whether you care about that or not. You know, that's just how it is. Okay, so yeah, we've got some enemies coming at us right now. I'm actually going to see what... yeah, there's the stomp. So I've got the stomp now. Let's do the supernova right here. This pushes enemies away. Don't know how much damage it actually does. I'm taking massive damage, though, from attacking these enemies, as you can see. You may have thought, oh, the tutorial seems very easy. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. It actually becomes very difficult later on down the line. And you may think, oh, yes, it's very simple to eliminate these enemies. Well, yeah, partially, but yeah, it's very dependent on whether you can actually have a lot of healing in the area or not. Because maybe you're not going to have healing in the area at that time, and then you're going to need to take a brief, you know, respite and actually use your medical equipment itself. I'm actually just going to pick up a bunch of these. Look at this. We've got some more enemies coming at us right now. Okay, so I can push them back. I don't know whether that does any damage, actually. But I'm going to use my shoe here. The shoe actually does massive damage. As you can see, it does like, what, 150 damage if I hit people with it immediately. So that's pretty cool. Not sure how fitting the shoe is for a sci-fi setting, but, you know, I think they're trying to go for like a funny thing, you know, they're trying to go for the funny stuff going on, which is absolutely fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Anyway, we're going to just do a bit of damage to this guy. And there is actually an ability on Bound to Control, which actually allows you to regenerate your ammunition faster. And I'm actually using that right now, as you can see right there. So just going to try and eliminate this last one, and there we have it. So we've eliminated the entropy from this area too. Now I've got to be a bit careful. I'm going to place down my medical kit, going to make sure that I don't take any more damage from the projectiles. These guys actually deal pretty good damage, surprisingly. You might expect them to not deal that much damage because they are the most basic enemy, but they are actually pretty strong. Anyway, a health vacuum sucks 20% of health from nearby enemies, giving it to you. All right, I'm going to take that instead of the supernova because supernova doesn't seem to do that much. Maybe I'm not using it correctly or something, but yeah, seems like, yeah, maybe it's going to be good for us to use this. I'm going to go this way now, and we're going to see if we can find the last monolith. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was actually super, super nice and easy to find. Gotta say, some of the environments are pretty difficult to find your way around in, so you're going to have to be a bit careful about that because, you know, you're going to get attacked. There are a lot of attacks that will happen when you're literally just least expecting it, and you've got to be careful about that. Anyway, final monolith has now been unlocked, and I should be able to attack it. Ooh, an artillery ability. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I would like to use this. Okay, so that is a rank 2 ability as well, by the way. So that's obviously going to be super nice. And let's continue onward. Okay, what is this? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Okay, nice little shoe right there. I didn't do it properly, actually. So yeah, that didn't do as much damage as it could have. I probably could have eliminated all these guys in one hit, but I was a bit of an imbecile about things. Yes. Oh, it's an arena challenge. Okay, defeat enemies for upgraded rewards after restoring the planet. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Sounds good to me. They heal you for full HP, basically, when you go in here, so you don't actually get yourself murdered. Just going to use my shoe to kill everyone in the area. And there's also a butterfly here as well, so if you need HP, you can just, you know, consume that, and then you're all good. And there we have it. Okay, I actually got a bonus reward in the form of a frog weapon. Very nice to see that. Yeah, the shoe is actually surprisingly strong. I wouldn't have expected that, but yeah, seems pretty good. We've got some more enemies over here. These guys are dying. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's a really interesting game mechanic. Basically, if enemies are drawn into the place that you have already cleansed, they actually take damage over time. It seems like they take damage over time. I'm not sure if it's, what, 10% of their HP every second or something like that, or every 2 seconds or something. I'm not entirely sure, but that's actually amazing. That's really, really powerful. I'm going to use the shoe here to kill all of these. Really, really fast AoE damage right there. And I think that's... Is that it? Yeah, that is actually it. Now we can just destroy the eye. And there we have it. Fantastic. We've cleansed the entire planet. And bear in mind that this planet is easier. I mean, let's just say, yeah, it's going to be a little bit easier than the previous ones that I had the option to select. I don't know whether you saw those, but they were more difficult because of the amount of heat that we had. Anyway, so I press G and then we go on to the next level. I'm not sure what that means, because as I say, I haven't played a huge amount of this. I kind of wanted to get into the game, get into recording it so I could show you it. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so we've got to destroy some more entropy, but look at the environments right here. These are absolutely... It's so incredibly exotic. It's just crazy. And the amount of differences that you're going to be seeing in each environment is staggering. All right, so wait a minute. We've got a jump pad down there. I can see all the monoliths already. So this is actually really nice and simple. Shouldn't be too bad. Got to be a bit careful here, though. Just going to shoot this guy. There we go. And that's the funny thing, you know. You can actually do a huge amount of different gameplay builds as well. So if you yourself are someone that doesn't really like, let's say you don't really like shooting or you don't really like melee combat, you can literally just decide on what you want to do. You don't have to be forced into either one. And that's what I really like about games like this, because they allow you to have that kind of customization, and it just makes all the difference in the world to player choice. I don't know, it just makes it feel so much better. Okay, healing generator, we already have that actually. But I guess I just equipped 2 of them now. So we've got 2. Can I actually use both? Yes, I can. I can actually use both. That is hilarious. So now we have double healing. No idea that I could have done that, but that's actually super nice. I really like the fact that they have provided you with the ability to use 2 of the same ability on different cooldowns. So they're definitely prioritizing the fun element here, because I can imagine getting, I don't know, 3 shoes or something like that, you know, because obviously my shoes at the moment, or my shoe ability, is probably my favorite ability right now. It seems to be doing so much damage, and it just seems so much more useful than other things right now. But yeah, I really like that. I really like the fact that you could potentially have 2 shoes equipped. I know that sounds super, super weird and kind of a bit dumb for me to say, because let's face it, you know, I'm literally saying you could have 2 shoes equipped. Yeah, it's just like real life, you know, just like real life. But, you know, he does have 2 feet, right? The old robot does have 2 feet, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Anyway, having 2 shoes would actually be super, super nice for us. Okay, we're just going to kill that. And what is this? Gravity field. Throw a grenade armed with a miniaturized black hole. Sucks nearby enemies to a single point. That could actually be really useful. So I'm going to use that instead of light bomb, I think. Going to keep the 2 healing generators just in case. Going to suck in one of those butterflies just for some more energy here. And you also have the ability to get Froggy's Decoy, which allows you to deploy an annoying dancing frog to distract enemies. Attach it right to an enemy for extra mayhem. Alright, sounds pretty fun to me. Let's do that instead of the other thing. Let's actually use it right now, just so I can actually see what's going on with it. I see. Okay, they did that. Yes, they did that. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, otherwise, yeah, let's continue onward. I'm pretty happy with our progression so far. I'm actually really wanting to see what happens when we've actually completed this particular planet. I was unaware that there were multiple levels in each planet. I thought to myself, oh no, it's just going to be 1 level per planet. But no, there's actually 3 or 4, or maybe even less than that, dependent on what you want to do or what you're doing at the time. Alright, so shoe is going to be activated. Boom. Let's just kill all those. And then we're just going to do a bit of stompy action. Oh, this guy actually is a healer. So I'm going to try and eliminate him. There we go. He's out of there. And then we can do a little bit more stompy action. Boom. Nice. Alright, and then we can just eliminate this. There we go. Easy enough. Wonderful. I mean, obviously this is the first planet, so of course it is going to be pretty simple for us to eliminate. But you got to bear in mind that the previous time that I played this, really difficult. I felt like it was really difficult. Okay, so I'm never using the dash really, so I'm actually going to be using this instead of dash. What does this do? Oh, we got the General Grievous. Okay, I'm going to call this the General Grievous now. That sounds super, super fun, actually. Definitely want to try that out. And now we'll go on to the next level. I wonder where we're going to go next. Alright, here we go. Okay, so, oh, what is this? 20 energy. Hello. Sticky grenade does an additional 50 damage. All right, I'm looking forward to using that. This is a frog ability, so let's do that instead of the gravity field, I guess. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, we got a bunch of energy here that I can pick up. Yes, give me all of that. Thank you. You need energy to be able to equip certain things, so obviously it's good to get as many of those as possible. And the sticky grenade, whoa, it did massive damage. Okay, did not realize that it would do that much damage, but it does. Gonna just use my little shoe right here, and then we can just eliminate this thing. Wow, that was nice and easy, wasn't it? And as soon as you eliminate the monolith, it's actually one of those things that you might want to prioritize doing. Oh, hello. It's Froggy's turn to drive. Fly germ around by aiming. Plow through enemies to knock them back. Haha. Yes. Alright, this seems super, super cool. Let me see if I can actually use this appropriately. Here we go. Okay. What did that actually do? It's a very short cooldown. Oh, I see. I see. It's like a dash. It's like a dash, but you actually do massive damage if you run through people with it. Let me try this out. Okay, there you go. It actually... Oh, it sets people on fire. Oh, okay. That actually is pretty significant. The dot that you can do by doing that, it does like 40 extra damage or 25 extra damage or something like that. That seems pretty worth it when you're running through an entire battalion of mobs, as you can see, like right there. And then we can maybe just do a nice little shoo attack, and then we can maybe do some little bouncy. There we go. That's what we want to see. Alright, so where's the... oh, look at this. What's this? Okay, I'm just going to pick that up. I apparently am attacking and doing things very quickly now. I have been buffed up in some way or another. So that's very nice. And what is this? Deflector Pulse. A burst of kinetic energy that knocks away enemies and reflects any... Woohoo! Oh, yeah. I'm going to be taking this. I'll go for that instead of the sticky grenade, I guess. I'm being attacked right now. Let me be careful. Don't really want to die against these random enemies. Let me see if I can just heal myself real fast. Is there a butterfly nearby? I don't see any. Yeah, I'm going to continue getting attacked while I'm standing in this area as well, by the way. So that's the reason why I have to be a bit careful. There we go. Eliminate that guy. Okay, so we're just going to charge over here. Just pick up all this. Thank you. And, okay, so that's where this is. I think I've gone everywhere around here, haven't I? I don't think that's a monolith over there, is it? I don't think so. Let me just use this to zoom over there real fast. I don't think... No. This is not a monolith at all. This is not a monolith, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's just continue on over here. Whoa, there's a lot of enemies in this area. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we got one. Nice little shoo attack. Bouncy. And then we should be fine here as well. What is that thing again? The kinetic thing. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. I understand how it works. Gonna pick up this. Nice. All right, nice little shoo. There we go. Good damage. Nice. All right, perfect. And there's also a butterfly here. Oh, hello. This is going to give me a good opportunity to actually try out my kinetic shield. Boom. Oh, that's cool. All right, I like it. What's butterfly shot? Shoot your frog weapon if this attack does something. I don't know. I didn't see what it did, but let's have a look. If this attack defeats an enemy, a health pickup is guaranteed to appear. Okay. Let me see then. Ooh. This is difficult. I guess I'll just replace the frog jets or something like that. Even though they were pretty cool with the damage over time effect and all that stuff. But I don't know. I feel like it might be kind of fun to try out this new thing. Maybe frog shot? I'm not sure if it's any good, to be honest. Okay, well, here we go. It's boss time. Big boss. Ow. Okay, yeah, this is going to be harsh. Gonna put down a healing thing here. And we're just going to use my butterfly shot real fast. And then we're just going to try and do massive damage. Massive damage. We need all the damage that we can get. Thank you. Okay, nice little bouncy. Okay, it should be fine. Just going to heal myself once again if I can. There we go. He's out of there. He is out of there. Fantastic. All right. Very, very pleased that I was actually able to win that. I was really worried there for a second. And what is this? What is this right here? Collecting the rewards. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so we're getting a good amount of experience. We're getting heat as well. And we're also getting retro, which I assume is a certain core that we can now use. We also have disc launcher, which seems to be a new weapon for Froggy, potentially. I'm not entirely sure. So let's actually go on to the next level. I think that wasn't that the boss? Wasn't that the boss? I'm actually not entirely sure. Yep, it was. Planet has been restored. Took us 18 minutes to do that. As you can see, we can now take a look at what we have here. An experimental weapon designed to launch a kinetic disc that bounces between multiple enemies. Ooh, okay, definitely going to be trying out that. And then we also have Racer. Sprinting for 2 seconds activates a boost to your speed and attack power. Sounds good. And also, holding a charge attack summons a disco ball that generates a light area around you. Okay, yeah, so light area basically means that the enemies around you will then take damage. So anyone in the light area is going to take damage from it. That's really, really cool, actually. All right, so we're back in the hub world, as you might expect, and now we will be able to do other things. So, for example, this guy has a request. Okay, how can we help? Can you get some extra exercise? Motivational beeping. All right, jump 100 times. Okay, so that's the new quest. Jump 100 times. Well, I obviously can't do that right here. Apparently, it doesn't count for me to do it right here, apparently. But yeah, look at this. Now we have these 2 cores. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to recycle either of these, but we can change my cores around now. So if I don't instead want to use my healing generator, I can instead use these. And it also provides you with a different passive ability too. So for example, right now what I have is basically a thing that just focuses on HP. So if you don't need HP, or you feel relatively confident in your own abilities, then you shouldn't have to worry about health at all. And instead, you could probably use something like this: grappling, hook shot, glide, and all these other things. Actually could be kind of fun to use these. So yeah, apart from that, we can also change our die now, so I can actually buy this if I want to. I'm going to equip this. Look at how cool he looks now. He's looking very, very cool. He's got a little helmet on as well. I like this. I like this skin a lot, actually. I think it seems really fun. And otherwise, we can also equip a new weapon. There is the disc launcher. Kind of wish I had a better weapon for the robot, to be honest, because the robot's energy sword, while it's good, I don't know. I feel like I'd like something that does a bit more damage. A bit more damage. We're a dream team. Oh yeah. There we go. That's a good idea. Give me a shot and let me know how it goes. Dress like your favorite military monkey. Right, so you want me to put on... yes, you want me to put on... Oh, look at the sprint. Okay, yeah. You see that? You see what happened with that? That was pretty crazy. Okay, so there's the baboon right there. Equipped to both. So there's the baboon. And there we have it. So we did the quest. I actually wonder whether we can go back. But look at the sprint. Look at what happens when I actually sprint now. So instead of me just sprinting at normal speed, because of this new core, it is absolutely making me just accelerate at an insane speed. Really, really nice. All right, so yeah, that's it. I can actually try out the disc launcher. As you can see, I can try out the disc launcher against this. As you can see, it also has ricochet, so it will ricochet to various targets. I actually really like this a lot more than the pistol, because obviously it's going to be able to pretty much just murder everything in the area. It's going to do a lot of damage from that. And then we can go on to the next world. So we have actually many different worlds to choose from. So you see here we have Planet of the Funny, Planet of the Fourths, and Planet of the Sports. And that's the funny thing. As I said to you before, the 3 planets that we had access to, as far as I'm aware, they were random. And once again, we have random selections here too. And this is going to be extreme because the amount of heat that you get from this is 374. It's going to be a lot harder to do this than it is going to be to do either of these ones, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to check out Shoulders of Giants, then you should click on the link in the description. It comes out January 26th. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.